Hi, first grade. This week we have been adding and subtracting 10 from a number, and we have noticed patterns that show up on a hundreds chart when we do that. Yesterday we did a coding activity, and today we are going to continue working with our number windows to help us do adding and subtracting 10 from a number without having to use a hundreds chart. We're going to use our brains today and use what we've learned this week to fill out number windows. Remember, when we have a number window, we always start in the middle with a target number. So this target number, or the number that we're going to start with, is 20. There are 4 boxes around our target number, and the one on the top is when we subtract 10. 10 less than 20 is going to go in this box right here. 10 more than 20 is going to go in the box below it. 1 less than 20 is going to go in the box on the left of 20 or behind it, and 1 more is going to go in the right box. So we're going to fill out this number window together. I'm going to start with going above. I always like doing that first. Start big and then go on. So we're going to start with 20, our target number, and we're going to take 10 away without using a hundreds chart today. We're going to use our strategy that we learned earlier this week. When we have a number and we take 10 away, we don't do anything to the ones place. So that means this 0 is still going to be a 0. In the tens place, we are going to take 1 away from it. So if I have 2 and I take 1 away, that means that my new tens place is going to have a 1 in it. 1 in the tens and 0 in the ones means 10 is my new number. 20 minus 10 is 10. After the top box, I like to do the opposite and add 10 this time. So I'm going to start with my target number like always, which is 20, and I'm going to add 10 more. This time, my ones place is still going to be the same, just like always. We never touch it when we're adding or subtracting 10, so it's still going to be 0, but my ones place this time is going to add 1 to it. 2 plus 1 is 3. 30 is my new number. Now I'm going to start with my target number, and I'm going to look left. When I look left in my number window, I know it's going to be minus 1 of my target number 20. So I need to subtract 1 from 20. 20 minus 1 equals 19. That's the number that comes right before it. My last window is the one right to the right of 20. That means we're going to be adding 1 more to it, counting on. So I start with 20 and add 1 more, 20, 21. A way to double check your number window before you move on is look at the straight parts across, all the way down and all the way across it. I'm going to look down first. If I start at my top box and skip count by tens, each number should be 10 more. 10, 20, 30. That's all right. Now looking across it, I know I'm going to be counting by ones. So I'm going to start on my far left box and count on by ones. 19, 20, 21. All right there. Now I'm going to move on to the next problem. We had our help on the outside of our boxes to tell us what we were going to be doing to find that window number. This time, we're going to solve this number window without that help. We need to remember, when we look above, how many are we taking away? When we look below, how many are we adding to it? When we look left and we look right. So we always start with our target number. I'm thinking in my head, when I look at a hundreds chart in my head, I know the numbers start small at the very top and they get bigger all the way down to 100. So I know that if I look above 56, I'm going to see a smaller number. When I move up a box on my number window, I need to subtract 10. 10 minus 56, I keep my ones the same, 6, and I take 1 away from my tens, which turns into 46. Now I'm going to do the opposite. I took 10 away above. Now I'm going to add 10 below. 56 plus 10, I want you to pause the video here and I want you to come up with the number that is 10 more than 56, our starting target number. Push play when you're ready to move on. Okay, you should have paused the video and thought, what is 10 more than 56? Well, 6 stays the same in the ones place, and I add 1 more to my tens place. 5 turns to 6. 66 is your new number. Is that the number that you came up with? Great job. Now we have 2 more boxes. What do you think is going to happen when we move to the left of our target number? Are we going to add 1 or subtract 1 from 56? That's right, we're going to subtract 1, because if I think of my hundreds chart in my head or just a number line, I know that the smaller numbers are going to be first, and they get bigger the more you skip on. So 1 less than 56 is 55. We're doing the opposite. If we took 1 away to go left, we're going to add 1 to go right. 56 plus 1 equals what? 57. Now, before we move on, let's double check our work. Looking at the top box and moving down in a straight line, I can check my work by skip counting by tens. Let's see if these are right. 46, 56, count with me, 66. Is that right? Yes. Now to go across, we need to check our work by starting at the number we see and counting on by 1. Start at 55 with me and count by 1. Ready? 55, 56, 57. Is that right? Thumbs up for that. It's correct. Good job. Today, it is your turn to be the teacher. We have been working with ways that we can take away 10 and add 10 to a number using patterns on the 100s chart to help us. But today, I want you to be the teacher and come up with a number window that you can give your friends to solve. That means that if you're going to be creating a number window problem, you're going to start with your number in the center, your starting number, but you're not going to give them any more numbers around that. When I give you my examples at first, you see that I had a starting number in the middle, but everything else was blank. This is a great example of what yours should look like. You just need a different number in the middle. You can be super tricky and try and trick your friends with a big number, or you can just put any number you want, but it needs to go in the center box of your number window. I've put a template of a blank number window in today's math folder. You can use that and use markup or a drawing app to write your number in the middle box, or maybe you have a printer at home. You could print that out and write it and then upload your picture to the Math Share today. I can't wait to see all of the different number window problems that you teachers come up with today, and I can't wait to solve them. And I also know that your friends are excited too. Have fun being the teacher today and making your own number windows problems.